Good morning, everybody. I, of course, am Dr. Lane. We've got some more Olympic coverage for you. Not going to do the United States as of now. Of course, they're not playing right now. We have Sweden and Czechia in the first matchup of the women's quarterfinal. So we'll see, of course, who advances. Sweden, the heavy, heavy favorites. But, of course, again, hey, do you believe in miracles? Well, it's possible that these ladies do. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. I, of course, am Dr. Delay with the play-by-play of some more hockey today. Pretty much an updated medal count here. Norway leading at the with 8 golds, Italy in second, and then United States in third place. France, Germany, Sweden, Switzerland also with 4 medals, but the USA with a little bit more. And that's really it. I can't really do much more because we're about ready for face-off already. Thank you again for hanging out for this one. Face-off underway. Won by Sweden. They're moving left to right. Yellow jerseys, and I believe that's black pants for Sweden. Czechia with blue and red jerseys and red pants for, again, the Czech Republic, as Sweden, again, has it in the Czech Republic end. But they're poking it around. Czechia losing possession, sent to the goalie. Goalie's just going to dish it out to a defenseman. What's up? How's it going, Casey? Good to see you, man. Appreciate you. As Czechia just hanging out behind the Czechia goalie. I guess a line change already or something like that. Again, just kind of hesitating. They're now beginning their up the ice here, up the far wall, sends it back to the defenseman, sending it back to the near wall, as the puck's going to go ahead and glide its way all the way to the Sweden end for an icing call. You streaming this? Oh, yeah, no, for sure. We're going to give it a shot. Again, I will be doing the USA-Italy match later today. That's going to be, I think, in about 5 hours from now, so still plenty of time, of course. But yeah, we're doing a doubleheader. The first doubleheader of the Olympics won't be the last. We got 2 hockey games tomorrow as well. Face-off happening in front of the Czechia goalie, won by Sweden. Sweden having it at the blue line, sending it to the far wall. She just sends it around. Terrible camera work. It is what it is. I'll just have to deal with it. Czechia has it in the near corner, sends it back behind the goalie as she flicks it ahead up on the far wall. Sweden, though, intercepts it, but then loses control. Czechia with it behind the goalie. She passes it back to a Sweden player. Sweden sends it inside. Shot is denied. Nice save by the Czechia goalie. As Sweden on the defense, but they will quickly have it back. Just kidding, actually. Czechia racing in, or at least one player. Then she falls down. Sweden with it. And now there is a penalty. Penalty on, I think, Sweden, possibly? Well, hold on. Penalty on Johansson of Sweden. She's going to go to the penalty box, I believe, for tripping. He got some peppermint. Nice. As a person who has school in the morning and can't watch the Olympics because of this, thank you. Oh, yeah, no, appreciate you, Chance. Appreciate you for listening. Peslarova in goal for Czechia. Svensson in goal for Sweden. So, yeah, power play for Czechia. Face-off won by Sweden as they continue to poke it away. Yeah, Johansson in there in the penalty box. Czechia with it at the blue line. Sends it down low to the near circle. Sends it back over to the blue line far circle. Sends it near circle. That's a shot, and it's deflected. High off the glass. Looking around. Sends it back to the blue line. Oh. In fact, a little bit more farther than the blue line. Goalie has come out and get it and just sends it up. And no offside. Czechia onside. She sends it behind the Sweden goalie, and she takes a big hit. But the Czechia lady does fall. Czechia with it in the near corner, looking around, trying to poke it loose. The Sweden pretty adamant about getting the puck back. Czechia with it behind the Sweden goalie. She just slunks it around. Almost a dangerous opportunity there for Czechia. Czechia sends it inside, and it's deflected out of play with 17:36 to play and 1:05, of course, on the power play. Playing on the stream in the men's? Yes. I streamed the Canadian men's yesterday. Wasn't able to do the U.S. men's because I had to leave. I had as soon as that Canada match ended, I had to help out the parents pretty much. Face-off won by Sweden, sending it down the near wall as Czechia is going to close in and, well, just go ahead and take it back. Again, 50 more seconds left in the power play for Czechia. Czechia might want to take advantage. Sweden, again, one of the better teams in the tournament. Again, if it weren't for the U.S., they would probably be the favorite on this side of the bracket. Again, I'll go over the bracket shortly. Czechia within the far circle, flicks it inside, and it's poked away by Sweden. Sweden making them start over. Sweden already, though, on the near side as she skates and passes it around the goalie. It's going to connect with the Czechia player on the far side. She's cutting inside, trying to make something happen. Poked away by Sweden. Now Czechia with it on the far circle. Oh, she's just pushed down. Awkward landing. She's, again, everyone's just falling down now. Czechia players more falling down. London Bridge falling down, I guess, as that pass is going to be a little bit wide, and that power play is going to be killed. So a successful power play kill by Sweden. Czechia now with it behind the Sweden goalie. No longer with the numbers advantage, though, as she sends it up above. Cuts it inside, pokes it around, deking its way through. Oh, man, almost an opportunity for Czechia. Czechia, again, with some nice opportunities as of late. Of course, again, they had the power play. Again, Czechia not the favorite at all. Sweden is the heavy favorite in this one. They dominated their group, Group B. Czechia with it in the near corner, looking around. She's deking her way through, and she passes it back to the blue line, sends it to the far side, deflected away by Sweden. Sweden with an opportunity here. It's a one-on-one, and she's deking her way through, sends it inside, and that is just wide. Sweden almost opening up the scoring, but just a few inches wide left of the post. Czechia now with it in the near corner. She sends it up above on the near wall and pokes it free. Czechia trying to skate to it. They do. She pokes it up ahead, back behind the Sweden goalie, who's just going to hand it off to a Sweden defender. Now up in the far corner, she sends it up and flicks it out of play. 15-10 left to go in the first. Czechia trying not to back down. Again, looking at the standings here, again, you know, what we just went through in group play. Obviously, Czechia, middle of the road in Group A. And then when it comes to Group B, again, as you can see, it was definite domination by Sweden. Face-off won by Czechia just in front of the goal of Sweden. Czechia with it in the far corner, looking around, trying to find something, trying to find somebody. Has it at the far circle. She's just skating around, deking her way through defenders, and now eventually Sweden catching up, poking it loose as Czechia with it again behind the Sweden goalie. Sweden now with it on the far circle. She's skating her way, crossing into Czechia territory. She takes a tumble. Czechia goalie comes out and swings it around the wall on the near wall, as Czechia trying to fight loose, and she's then whacked as the puck comes loose into Czechia territory for an icing. How's it going, Mysterious? Good to see you. Appreciate you for tuning in. Just really just waking up. You can probably tell with the voice. But, doing some women's hockey. Didn't think I would do the doubleheader today, but, I decided, well, fine, it's fine. I decided to go ahead and just do two. Face-off won by Czechia. Shot is going to be a little wide. Sweden now with it in the near corner. She flicks it up ahead, and I believe that's going to be another icing, as another face-off is going to be happening right in front of the Czechia goalie. Or, pardon me, Sweden goalie. Yeah, not much has happened. That's pretty much all that has happened. Again, a penalty on Johansson already. I mean, just a minute 30 into the game. Didn't lead to anything, of course. Sweden able to kill the power play. Face-off once again won by Czechia. Czechia with it, sending it to the near corner, as Sweden has it and sends it down the near wall, intercepted by Czechia. She sends a shot from way out. That one's a little bit wide, as Czechia with it, sending it to the far side. And, ooh, nice stuff by Sweden, trying to play some good defense here. Czechia with it on the far wall. Poked away by Sweden. Sweden now with it, sending it past that's a little bit behind the Sweden player. As she just sends it up above, but Czechia with it behind their own goalie. Czechia connects with it on the far wall. Now sending it to the bottom wall. As Czechia looking pretty good here with an opportunity. Sends it inside. It's deflected by a Sweden defender. Sweden has it and sends it up above. And, Sweden with an opportunity, but the Czechia goalie has to come out and whacks it free. Good stuff by the Czechia goalie because that was a for sure good opportunity by Sweden. Sweden with it on the bottom wall as she takes a big tumble. Sweden now with it on the near side, near circle of their own end. She sends it up above, and it's going to go ahead and land and not be an icing call. Czechia with it on the near side, near corner of their own end. Czechia hands it off. And it's intercepted by Sweden. She just sends a shot from way out. Saved and sent out wide. Czechia now with it on the far corner of their own end. On the far circle, sends it to the near wall. She's looking around, and it's poked loose. Sweden with it behind her own goalie. She sends it to the near end. Czechia now with it, sending it to the behind the Sweden goalie. She's looking around. It's being poked loose. Czechia player falls down. Sweden now with it on the near side as she's skating her way down the near wall. She sends it up above to the Czechia goalie, who just swings it out down low. As she sends it far ice, far side. Opportunity here, sends it to the near circle. Czechia unable to capitalize, but Czechia still in possession. That was a swing and a miss by Czechia. Sweden will now take it over at the near side. You made a misadjustment. 8-14 empanadas. Now I feel like I'm going to explode. Oh my gosh, that's not good. That's going to be another icing by Sweden. You got Sweden winning this one. Why? I don't know. Sweden are the heavy favorites. So, I mean, it's not a bad pick at all. Also not doing good either, all things aside. Oh, I'm sorry. Hopefully, things will turn around for you. You know, I've been there, though. How you doing today? I'm doing okay, George. Just waking up, trying to warm up and get some hockey. Again, we'll be doing the USA-Italy match. That one will be pretty exciting. Well, I mean, I don't know, maybe not, but, you know, USA, you know, at least, right? We're going to be covering the USA, so that'll be fun. Again, just trying to get some more Olympic coverage. Again, I kind of flirted with not doing this one, but I decided just late last night, I'll do the doubleheader. I said I'd start the doubleheader Saturday, but I guess we'll do it a day early. How's it going? Good to see you. Thanks for another stream. Oh, yeah, no problem. Thank you for tuning in. Again, without you guys here, I'd just be yapping to myself. UCF offered me nice. Some Big 12 action there. The UCF Knights. All right, we're working our way back here to, again, the Olympics, Winter Olympics 0-0. Czechia right now holding their own. Sweden, the heavy favorite. Again, they ran through Group B. Czechia was pretty mid-tier, I guess, when it comes to Group A. But they were the best of Group A that weren't, USA and Canada, so that's always something. Maybe they can make a run here. Face-off happening right in front of the Czechia goalie. She sends it back behind. Czechia winning it. And now Sweden with the puck on the far wall. She sends it to the near wall where Sweden will tumble and stumble and fall. Czechia with it. She sends it behind her own goalie to the far wall, connecting on the other end. Sweden, though, intercepting it, taking back. Czechia now winning back possession. For a brief moment as Sweden winning it back on the far wall. Czechia trying to poke it loose, and they do, sending it back behind her own goalie. She sends it down to the near corner as Czechia and Sweden muscle their way for the puck. And they're still muscling their way as Czechia now winning the puck, sending it to the far corner. She just sends it way to the other end where Sweden intercepts it. Sweden now with it on the far wall. She flicks it to, well, nobody, as Czechia will have it now behind her own goalie. She sends it down to the near wall, deflected by Sweden, whereas Sweden will have it in their own end, sending it to the far wall. Sweden with another nice pass, intercepted though by Czechia. Czechia with it, an opportunity here on the near side, cutting inside, sends it wide. Shot was, I think, deflected, and then another penalty. Penalty, I believe, by Sweden. Holding. So Ida Carlson going to be going to the penalty box. So Sweden again with a with another penalty. She can't believe it. Carlson's like, are you kidding me? Looking at the replay, doesn't seem to like it. Ida not having a good time as well. Mysterious. You and her in the same boat. Carlson. Oh, I see why. Carlson actually was just unfairly mistreated. It was actually her teammates. Czechia winning the face-off here again. 2-minute power play. Sending it on the near circle. Czechia misses the shot. Just completely missed the puck. Though they still have it. Czechia with it on the near side. She sends it up above to her teammate. Looking around, trying to send it to the far circle. It's deflected, though, by Sweden. As Czechia with it in her own end. She's looking around, sends it up above. Who comes back to her near end. Sends it to the far side. She's skating inside. And shot is deflected by Sweden. Sweden now with it on the offensive. Despite being down a ladies. Czechia with it with 1:15 left in the power play. Baseball season needs to hurry up. Oh, yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you. Still got about a month and a half away. A month and a half from all that. Though luckily we have the World Baseball Classic. Luckily this year we have the Olympics. And then we have the World Baseball Classic next year. We might not have baseball in general. And then, of course, we won't have these two things. So I don't know. I don't know what I'll be doing again. It will be strictly, I guess, college basketball. As Czechia now with it on the near side. Oh, a 3-on-1, and they're going to call it offsides. Oh, Czechia with an opportunity, but just couldn't stay on sides. I guess the snap count was too much. And it's going to be a face-off with 45 seconds left to go on the power play. A lot of college basketball, a lot of, I guess, NHL. Hopefully by then I'm a little bit better at calling hockey. I'll know the players and all that. Face-off happening, and it's going to be won by Sweden. Sweden just whacking it up ahead. Pardon me. With 35 seconds left to go in the power play, Czechia taking it up the ice again. They got to get something going here. It's only a matter of time before Sweden does begin their barrage of goals. Again, they are one of the better teams. Czechia with it. 20 seconds left in the power play. Going to wait for a line change. 15 seconds left. And now they begin. 10 seconds left. They got to get it going. She's racing down the left side. And she takes a bump, sending it to the near corner. And Sweden now just going to go ahead and send it all the way to the Czechia end. So another power play kill by Sweden. Again, 8:25 left to go here in the first. 2 shots on goal for each. Not many, as it's going to be 0-0. Czechia with it on the near corner. She's looking around, sends it back to the blue line. She sends it inside, and it's deflected wide. As they fight for it behind the Sweden goalie. Sweden winning it on the near side. As she's skating down the near side wall. Again, moving left to right. Czechia goalie comes out to whack it free. Sending it inside to a Czechia player. She's trying to fight three. It's poked away, but of course Czechia all over it on the near corner. She's looking around, skating behind her own goalie now. Moving again right to left. As another line change for Czechia. Czechia with it on the near side. She's skating really fast down the near side. Skating around the goalie. Slams it inside. Deflected away by Sweden. Sweden now with an opportunity. It's a 3-on-2. She will lose possession, though, as she was just moving too fast. Forgot the puck. As Czechia now with it behind their own goalie. Czechia with it on the far corner. Passes to the far circle. She's looking around, crossing center ice. And looks like it's going to be... Actually, I don't know what that call was. I have no idea. But they stopped play at 7:14 left to go in the first. So I think that's commercial break. Maybe not. I don't know. I have no idea. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. I don't know. 0-0 again is your score. Again, 2 shots on goal for each Sweden and Czechia. Again, folks, I'll be doing another game later today. I guess it would be about 4.5 hours from now, maybe 4:15. 4 hours, 15 minutes. We'll be doing Italy and the United States. The women's quarterfinal. Again, this one a women's quarterfinal. The winner of this one will take on the winner of the USA and Italy. And, of course, vice versa. Both these teams cheering for Italy. USA, Italy cheering for Czechia. As, again, Sweden and USA, the heavy favorites in each of those matches. And that could have been a potential finals match. But for some reason, I don't know why the tournament was set up like this. And I think that was pretty disgusting on the Olympic part. But yeah, you got, again, the winner of Group A and the winner of Group B in the same side. That's really weird. Don't know why that would even happen. And, of course, Canada, the runner-up of Group B, taking on the runner-up of Group A. Or Canada was the runner-up of Group A, but you get what I'm saying. And then you have the bottom 2 teams of Group A taking on each other. I mean, it made no sense. I don't know what the Olympics were doing, but they had they don't have no idea how to run a tournament. Anyway, Czechia with it winning the face-off as she flicks it up ahead to the Sweden end. Czechia with it behind the own goalie. She's getting like just being gatekeep there. She's not being allowed to move. As Czechia with it now in the far corner, and now same thing happening. She's just being held. Everyone's just holding it free, trying to whack the puck free, and they do. Czechia with it, sending it down the far wall. Now in the far circle, sends it inside. Shot is deflected. Sweden now with it on the near corner. She's looking around as she loses possession, but it finds another Sweden player. Czechia, though, closing in fast, but Sweden wins possession. Czechia winning it back. Czechia with a pass to the near wall. She sends it around the Sweden goalie. Sweden goalie comes out of her area to get it. Sweden now with it, connecting with the pass at center ice. She is at the near corner where she's going to lose possession to Czechia. Czechia sending it around the far wall where it finds a Sweden player on the other end. Czechia, though, poking it loose, and I believe that's out of play with 6:03 left to go. How's it going, Hammer? Good to see you. Casey saying, get him. Let's go. Argentina just passed a new labor law, so now all legal employed people get to work a mandatory 12-hour shift every... What the... Most of us already worked a 12 to 16-hour day. The government just made it legal. Oh, wow. Oh, man. Yeah, that doesn't sound great. Czechia with the shot. It's deflected away. Sweden with an opportunity. Sweden one-on-one. Though she does slow down. Shot's going to be deflected off. Nice save there by, again, the goalie. Haven't really been able to say her name. Peslarova in goal for Czechia. Svensson in for Sweden, as Czechia going to go ahead and lose possession behind the Sweden goalie. Sweden with it once more, and Czechia playing fast. And I mean, you got to give them a lot of credit. They are definitely not intimidated by Sweden. Again, the heavy favorite. Sweden, though, with it on the near wall. It's poked loose, though, by Czechia. Czechia with it now behind the Sweden goalie. She takes a tumble. She's falling down. And another stoppage of play. I think, again, she was on the ground, and they kept whacking the stick around. Up big on number 7, Clemson. Nice. Wait, aren't you not in school? What the heck? It's only 11 o'clock over there. Again, just over 5 minutes ago, 0-0. Not many shots. Again, only 3 shots on goal for Sweden, 2 for Czechia. So I don't know if this is how the rest of the match is going to go. I mean, showing the crowd here, they're yawning. Honestly, though, again, Czechia with a pretty solid showing so far. Not intimidated by the powerhouse Sweden. Again, Sweden the heavy favorite, along, of course, with the United States to advance on to the semifinals. Of course, Canada, another big favorite to move on to the semis. And then as far as Switzerland and Finland, I have no idea. Again, both teams finished on the bottom of their groups, and yet they matched up with each other in the quarterfinal. I don't know if it was a random draw or whatnot, but again, never again Olympics. What in the world? We had school today, and we don't have school on Monday. This guy. So you're skipping school. Now, school don't start till March. This guy. Anyway. Still another... Well, I guess we're just waiting for them to face off. Not really sure why we don't have school today on Monday. But, oh, you don't have school. Okay. School off today. I see. Okay, I'm just picked it up now. Off. Not of. Off. All right, face-off won by Sweden. Sweden now with it in their own end as she's racing down the near wall. She flicks it up to the far corner where no one's there now. Czechia player does claim it. She sends it to the near side. Send it to the far side. Intercepted by Sweden, but taken it quickly back by Czechia. Oh, she's just deking through everybody. Far circle shot is deflected. Czechia with it again on the far side. Shot is going to be saved by the Sweden goalie. Nice save there by the Sweden goalie. Pretty far out shot, but again, hey, you miss 100% of the shots you do not take. I guess so. It'd be like that sometimes. Yeah, it was deflected there, so good stuff. Good hand-eye by the Sweden goalie. Face-off won by Czechia. Czechia with it on the far corner, losing possession. Sweden now taking it back as she sends it to the near corner. She's now skating down the near wall. Again, they're moving left to right. Now it's poked back behind the Sweden goalie, who comes out and sends it off to a defense lady or a defenseman. I don't know. I don't really care. As Sweden now sends it up the middle. Now it's intercepted by Czechia. Czechia with it on the far side, far wall, sending it back into their own territory for the safer pass, of course. However, they will lose possession in Sweden territory. Taking it back in the near circle. Sends it back to the blue line. Blue line sends it back to the far blue line. Sends it inside, deflected wide, where Czechia and Sweden fight for it. Czechia winning, of course, sending it to the blue line. Sends it to the far circle. She's looking around, skating around to the far circle. Sends it back to the far corner, where Sweden, for the moment, winning possession, but Czechia winning it back. Oh, but a bad pass by Czechia, but a bad pass by Sweden. Czechia with the shot inside, and it's going to be saved by the Sweden goalie. Nice stuff. Now some pushing and shoving. Oh, these ladies are actually very physically pushing each other. Not a fan, I guess, of what just happened. I didn't really see anything, and the goalie didn't really secure it. And I think that's why Czechia, they were, again, just a weak pass, but then another terrible pass by Sweden, sending it inside. And she kept moving because, yeah, no, the goalie, Svensson, didn't quite have a firm grasp on it. And then, yeah, Sweden, oh, one of the Sweden players sent a stick to the face. Oh, wow, that's interesting. Anyway, 3:27 left to go here in the first period, 0-0. Again, Czechia with 4 shots on goal. Sweden with only 3. Face-off won by Sweden. Sweden now with it on the near side as she's looking through, and she's going to send it back to the Sweden end. Sweden with it. They're now going to send it back to the near corner where no one's at, but Sweden will take it, sends it up the near wall. And it's going to be taken back by Czechia. Czechia with it in the near corner. She sends it back, and it's deflected off the rear wall. Sends it inside. The puck's floating. No one claiming Czechia with it. And just going to skate around the goalie far circle. It is inside and deflected wide, just wide. Czechia with the nice opportunity, though. Sweden now racing down the Czechia side. Czechia, though, will claim it back as she sends it to the far wall. Sweden with it once again, sending it to the Czechia goalie. Czechia with it on the far wall. Now skating behind the Czechia goalie. Sends it to the far corner. Deflects it inside. Hey, dangerous. Dangerous by Czechia. The Czechia goalie had to make a nice, just kind of grabbing it. Dangerous pass there again. 0-0 your score. 99% of gamblers quit before they win big. Jeez. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. Fight. Just your sports channel. Appreciate you, David. Appreciate you, man. Again, I don't want to hold you hostage. You know. And I know I'm going to lose a lot of my football only subscribers. Again, that was most of my channel. So, totally understand, only tune in to stuff that you want to hear. I totally get it. Anyway, Czechia with it on the near corner. Sweden had possession, then losing possession. Czechia with it again in the near corner, sending it to the near wall. She's looking around and skating, crossing center ice. She sends it and deflects off the Sweden goalie. Sends it back into play. Czechia with the shot on goal. That's deflected wide. Czechia trying to race for it. Czechia with it on the far wall. She takes a big hit. Just under 2 to go here again. 0-0 is your score. Czechia not backing down to the heavy favorite Sweden. Sweden crossing center ice, sending it to the far corner where no one will be there. Czechia does win it and flicks it up ahead to the near wall. She sends it inside. Sweden with an opportunity, almost sealing the deal. Unable to, though. Czechia with it on the far circle, crossing center ice. She's skating down the far wall, sends it inside, and an opportunity. Puck is loose, and a huge hit by the Czechia player. Oh my goodness, stop and play with 1:20 left to go. Czechia and Sweden again with some big blows. Sending in a very nice pass again. The Sweden goalie didn't really have a firm grip on it. Man, that's pretty interesting there. My uncle would rock with you no matter what. Okay. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Sends it down the near side as they're going to be behind the goalie now. Czechia and Sweden fighting over it. Sweden winning it now in the far corner. She sends it up above. 1 minute left to go here in the first period. Again, 0-0 as Sweden trying to find the scoreboard. Trying to get more shots on target. Again, only 3 shots on goal. Sweden with it on the near side. Sends it inside and saved. Oh, and possible tripping there. Unsure if they're going to call anything. Doesn't look like they will. Again, people on the ground. 47 seconds left to go. Sweden and Czechia not exactly getting along today. A lot of physicality. .47 seconds left to go here. Another face-off. I believe this will be happening in front of the Czechia goalie. Ted Johansson in on the action there. Another, I thought we were about to do the face-off. Someone moved early. As face-off won by Czechia, but now we're going to start over, I guess, with 44 seconds. Still think it's stupid that in college sacks count as rushing yards. Oh, I completely agree. All right, face-off won by Czechia. 44 seconds left to go. Sends it to the near corner as Sweden will now have it in the far corner. She sends it around where Czechia, big hit by Czechia against the Sweden player. As she's going to lose possession, Sweden with it on the far wall. Now in their own end. Again, just 20 seconds left here in the first period. Sends it to the far wall, crossing the blue line, entering the far circle. And she sends it inside. No one's there. Czechia claims it. 12 seconds left. Czechia trying to make something happen. That is poked free by Sweden. Sweden with 5 seconds. Shot is going to be saved with 4 seconds left to go. Again, a lot of pushing and shoving by these ladies. Sweden and Czechia clearly, again, not getting along. What is that? That's Iceland? Is that an Iceland flag? You know, I was looking for the flags for some reason. Couldn't have them earlier. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why I don't have the country flags on my stuff. Face off won by Sweden. Shot's going to be deflected wide, and that's going to take us to the end of the first period. Czechia 0, Sweden 0. You're, of course, listening to the Dr. Delay Network, covering, of course, the 2026 Olympics. I wonder if it's just, if it's only a phone thing. That might be it. Actually, my phone has way less. What the heck? No, it's only, okay, never mind. My phone, yeah. I don't know why. I don't know why the, anyway, regardless. You have two Norway flags, both identical, but 2 rows apart. That is interesting. All right, again, 0-0 is your score here. Again, kind of a interesting matchup, considering that most people had against Sweden, winning this game. But anyway, here are the team statistics. Again, not much to really talk about. 6 saves for each team, 6 shots on goal. Again, Sweden spending a lot of time in the penalty box, 4 penalty minutes there. Again, Czechia could not take advantage. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Nothing really to write home about. Again, the winner of this game will take on the winner of the USA-Italy matchup, which, of course, is happening at 3:10 Eastern Time, 2:10 Central. So just under 4 hours to go, I'll be beginning that call. I'm only ever on your phone for stream. Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, for some reason, computer doesn't have the flags. I don't know why. And, of course, tomorrow I'll be covering, again, Canada, Germany, and Finland, Switzerland, as we'll be doing those matches. So I don't remember seeing anything. Yeah, there was curling, but like men's hockey. Nothing that, well, I guess I could do USA and Denmark. I don't know. Maybe I don't. Maybe I do the United States Denmark match. Yeah, I probably will do that one. So I will probably I'll do the Canada match in the morning tomorrow. Then I'll do the USA Denmark for the men's. That's probably what I'll do. Finland, Switzerland, you guys, sorry. Sorry. Then as far as Sunday, yeah, I have no idea. We'll just, again, make it up as we go. Canada, France. And then I guess probably USA, Germany on Sunday. No more football, so first Sunday where football season is officially over. So, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Nepal's, yeah, I know, right? The like the 2 triangles, yeah. Yeah, that was always interesting. But again, we're in intermission here. First intermission. I just realized Czechia and Canada, that's not what's happening. That's probably why people don't like what they're listening to. Winter Olympics women's. Let me go ahead and start this. Women's. Yeah, I didn't get to really do this. I should have done it earlier. I just didn't even think about it. Didn't have an opportunity. There we go. That makes a little bit more sense. Let's see. I don't even know what those are. Can't tell on my end. What's this? Maybe at the phone I can look. No, I have no idea. I like looking at the local city flags. Most of them were made in MS Paint, Microsoft Paint. Yeah, Microsoft Paint. That used to be a big deal when we were in. Well, whenever I was in school. But yeah. Anyway, again, 0-0 your score. Again, we're just kind of waiting. Again, feel free to chat down below. Try to get to every comment I can, especially during, of course, intermission and stuff like that. Czechia has won most of the face-offs. Again, 11 of the 19 face-offs have been won by Czechia. Only 8, of course, won by Sweden. Sweden, again, dominating their group. And their reward, of course, was taking on Czechia. Czechia, of course, their reward for being the best non-USA-Canada team was taking on Sweden, who, again, 18 goals for, only 2 goals allowed. Yeah, I don't really know. I don't understand why, like, everybody in Group A was pretty much already handed a spot. I don't really think that's fair. I don't know. I didn't really like. I don't like that. Let's just be, if you want to just do top 4 of each, I think that would have been cool. Then you have Group A1 taking on Group B4. Then yeah, just keep on going down. Group A2 taking on Group B3 and stuff like that. That'd make more sense, I think. Yeah, I don't know whoever made up that idea again, and then also again setting up where the Group A and Group B winners wouldn't take each other on in the final. That's a semifinal match. Again, whoever set up the tournament is just an idiot, honestly. Again, your medal count so far for the Olympics. Norway again leading the way, and I don't know if they're if the United States. I mean, I guess they can catch up. Still plenty of stuff to go, but looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. So I need to make a mental note of what I'm doing tomorrow. Luckily, haven't really made any of the thumbnails yet, so I'd have to make again Canada, Germany. And then USA, Denmark. Got it. Google something. I forgot the correct name for it, but on the computers you can hit a combo of 3 keys to make emojis. Maybe that's where the flag's to be hidden. Yeah, I don't know about... I have no idea. No, I don't know. Group A just be built over. And apparently, you have to understand how world champions work between the 4-year Olympic terms. See how Pool A and P are structured. I guess so. Again, I guess when it comes to... when it comes to hockey, I don't know. That is correct. But it just makes no sense, though. I mean, honestly. I don't... I don't know. That just seems odd. I don't know. That's just weird. That's just weird to me. But glad I'm not competing. Let's just say that. I would be pretty upset if let's just say I'm Japan. I'm like, okay, if we were in Group A, we'd be fine. Japan could probably make a case that, look, we could probably beat Finland or Switzerland. But unfortunately, it's just not the way. We weren't allowed to because, again, we were just slotted in Group B. I don't know. I feel like Japan got messed over. Just got another pick 6. Nice. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, we are in intermission 0-0. Czechia and Sweden. I'm going to go ahead and go on full screen. Actually, I don't feel like showing my face today close up. So give me a sec. So I check out some things real quick on my end. Wow. All right. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and leave that. All right, there we go. Get the game on Nintendo. Yeah, I don't know about all that. Don't know about that. Yeah, I'm off air. Just got a 72-yard pick six. There we go. But yeah, that's really it. Again, when it comes to I don't know. When it comes to hockey intermissions, I really got nothing for y'all. Got nothing. My bad. Didn't mean to bump that. Probably the second intermission, I might just like step away from the camera. That's probably what I'll do, and just play music or something. So what I could do is just have some music in the background. No, I actually can't. Again, I don't know why. I don't know why I don't have that. No idea. Oh well. Oh no well. Oh well. Let's see here. Yeah, again, I just woke up, so actually not really good on my part. Should have been up already. I set an alarm and I said snooze. That's what I did, so definitely lacking on the energy here in the early window. Take a power nap? No, I can't do that. Can't do that. K9 in the Super Bowl reminded me of Le'Veon Bell. He was really patient. Yeah, no, he was. He was. Actually said that, I think, during the game. Like, he was kind of hesitating like Le'Veon Bell. It was pretty impressive. Again, that only works when you have a good O-line. I mean, if you're hesitating behind a bad O-line, you're just going to lose yards every play. So, I mean, so you got to give credit to the O-line for giving you the time to hit the hole. When does softball start? And you put a basketball emoji? I don't know. Probably soon, I think in March. I know high school softball and baseball is already getting underway, so I'd assume that, starting like real soon. Steelers got a D on the ownership grades. That's not a shock. Not a shock. He would miss the game. I would. If I close my eyes, I'm out. I'm out for like an hour. There's a softball one. Yep. I'm just chilling, man. I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling at this point. Oh, man. Wonder if Czechia, that'd be crazy if Czechia were to pull the upset. That would be pretty insane. Czechia's looking good, though, honestly. Czechia's looking pretty good. Again, it's only a matter of time before Sweden does break through. I think that's how, people that know hockey probably are thinking, like, okay, well, Sweden's going to eventually win. But, man, I mean, the Czechia ladies, they're not intimidated. They are playing their butts off. They really are. They are definitely making Sweden work. I mean, really, Czechia I feel like has had more of the possession. So we'll see how, again, if they can keep up that pace for the rest of the game. Would be pretty interesting. They're just showing the arena. Kind of not full. Again, it's during intermission, so, people getting snacks or, food or whatnot, but not the most packed arena. As you do have just rows that are empty. Don't go down without a fight. Oh, yeah, no, they are. Czechia, if they lose, hey, they are going to make sure. Again, a lot of pushing and shoving, too, by these two ladies, these two teams, and, you like to see that. You know, again, from an underdog, you want to see a fight. And yeah, they are not backing down. They are not intimidated. Wonder why the decision for Sweden to go yellow and black. I mean, I'm not hating on it. Maybe it's a dark blue, but yeah, it might be a dark blue, but it's really interesting. I figured they would be a lot of trash talk again. They were showing another hit, and again, it just Czechia's had some opportunities, really nice opportunities, but yeah, these ladies have been really physical. Looking like the Steelers defense out there, physical, tough. The highest attended games are always the home team games. Yeah, the Italy. So wow, USA Italy be pretty much a pro Italy crowd. I don't know. I figure the USA will probably travel well. If I had to guess. Why does it be soft shell taco? Nobody is soft. I like soft tacos. I actually prefer that, honestly. If I'm being real, I prefer the soft flour tacos. I'm a flour taco guy. Can't do corn. I mean, I like the hard shell. There's nothing wrong with hard shell. But if I had the preference, I would do a soft taco. Valentine's Day tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, man. I need to... I'll figure out something later. I'll need to figure out something later then. Geez, Sorry, Mysterious. I know. I'm a soft taco guy. Soft flour's the way to go. It is. Yeah, nephew spitting facts. Sorry. Hard shell kind of ticks you off, and always. It is a mess. That is true. Very much true. Again, I have no problem with the hard shell, but soft taco's the way to go. And of course, my mom, loves corn tortillas. My wife likes corn tortillas. She loves them too. I'm a flour guy though. Soft tacos are the best and less messy. Crunchy hard tacos always crumble on me. Have you considered that you eat the hard shell wrong and that's why it explodes? I mean, I'm not going to say you're wrong. I'm just saying it's a problem. I mean, hard shell just... Oh, yeah, it's all over the place now. Might as well just get a spoon or a fork to eat the rest of it. All right, looks like we're back. So again, thank you guys for that chat. It's always nice. Always nice to chat about just random stuff. Face-off happening, won by Czechia. Czechia with it now. They're going left to right now. Sweden, of course, right to left. Czechia again in the red. Sweden in the yellow. Sweden with it on the far side. She just sends it up above for an icing. And that's another stoppage of play. Mysterious, trust me, I'm Puerto Rican. I know how to eat Hispanic foods right no matter how you eat it. It will always explode. Well, Mysterious lives in Argentina, so I think he's well versed also in, tacos, if I had to guess. Face off won by Czechia. Czechia with it, the blue line, sending it down low. She sends it to center ice, who sends it right back to the far side of their own end, sending it to the near end. As Czechia with it, crossing the blue line. She's at the near circle, skating behind the Sweden goalie, where she is crunched and met by the Sweden nets, I guess. As Sweden have it on the near corner, she sends it above, intercepted by Czechia. Czechia have it poked loose by Sweden. Of course, Czechia again quickly on it. Sweden, though, with possession, sending it to the far wall. She flicks it up ahead to Czechia, where Czechia will start it over in their own end. Sends it to the near wall. She's looking around. Looking inside, cutting inside, skating through everybody, And it's going to just head on back, sends it back to the blue line, sends it to the near corner. No idea where the camera work is. Camera work is lost. Camera is terrible. What the heck? Near corner, Czechia with it in the near circle, sends it to the blue line, sends it inside, deflected inside, and Sweden just deflecting it wide. Sweden now with it on the near side. Sweden sends it inside, and that's a little bit wide. Czechia with it on the far wall. She's looking around, skating down the far wall, sends it and flicks it to the Sweden goalie, who's just going to hold on to it. And actually, no, flicks it out wide to the far corner. Intercepted by Czechia. Sweden, though, with it. An opportunity for Sweden. Flicks it inside, and that's a shot and saved by the Czechia goalie. Again, some grabbing there by Czechia and Sweden. Again, they have not gotten along today. Do love the corn tortilla chips. Yep. Oh, yeah, that was pretty good. Mom's wife is Puerto Rican, too. It was never a dull dinner. My grandfather makes a great deep dish pizza, and I'm starving, so it sounds great. Oh, wow. Hispanic foods never make a dull dinner. Oh, yeah. All right. Face-off won by Czechia. Czechia with it on the far wall. As Sweden now with it, losing possession, actually. Czechia with it down the far side, sends it to center ice. She's skating to the far circle, sends it inside, and it's deflected out of play with 17:55 left to go in the second period. Tostones? I don't think I've ever had tostones. I know you're talking to Mysterious. Tostones, I don't think so. And I've had a lot, but I also haven't at the same time. You like the yellow corn chips? Yeah, they're good. Yeah, yellow corn chips. Also like the white corn chips, you know? It's to each their own. I don't really care. It tastes similar to me. It tastes pretty much the same, honestly. Face-off there happening in front of the Sweden goalie. Face-off won by Sweden, sending it down to the near wall. She's skating again, going right to left is Sweden. She sends it behind the Czechia goalie. Sweden with it on the far corner. Skating to the far circle. Sends it inside. That's very much wide. Sweden with it on the near corner. Flicks it inside. A dangerous shot there. Czechia, though, deflecting it. Czechia with it on the far corner. She sends it behind the Sweden goalie. Sweden goalie is actually going to go out and whack it free. Sweden with it on the far corner. Sending it to center ice. And that skates just a little bit too much. Sweden with an opportunity just couldn't take advantage as that puck is deflected out of play with 17:17 left to go in the second. Maybe you know what it is. The only food she made that I never really liked was the beef that was in a ton of yellow rice. The beef never agreed with me and was hard to eat without ketchup. Beef with ketchup? Oh my gosh, no. Can't. Well, I mean, again, burgers. I don't really use ketchup at all, really, for being honest. Yeah, I'm not sure what that would be. Instead, she would also make this sauce, pink orange sauce to dip them in. Oh, wow, teriyaki chicken and rice is good. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Again, 0-0 is your score. I guess we're taking a commercial break. Didn't think it would be long, but apparently we are. I don't know, ground beef, though, with ketchup just doesn't sound right. Like, if I'm imagining how it is, no. Ugh. I can't do that. Can't do that. No. So ground beef and rice with ketchup. That's a no. That is not happening on my plates. I'm sorry. That just will not happen. So, I don't know if they were playing while... I think they were playing... Wow, so they actually played a commercial while hockey was going on. And during the commercial break, Czechia has found themselves down a lady as Teresa Vansova collided with the goalie. Interference on the goalkeeper. Now Sweden will have a power play. So what the heck is that garbage? Anyway, Sweden with it on the near side, on the near circle, behind the ice. Sweden now with it on the far corner. She's looking around trying to find something as Czechia now pokes it loose, sending it to the near corner as Sweden losing possession, now regaining possession at center ice. Sweden again, this is probably their best opportunity they've had the entire day. Sweden with it on the near side, and it's going to be deflected wide. Czechia now within the far corner as she sends it all the way to the other. And again, I do apologize. So apparently we missed a minute of action because Peacock went to a commercial break. And during that commercial break, Czechia collided with the Sweden goalie for a interference. That is pretty terrible, to be honest with you. That is pathetic. Anyway, Sweden now with it, sending it to the far side. She's looking around, skating inside, sending it back to the blue line, sends it to the near blue line, skating to the near circle, sends it back to the blue line, sends it to the far circle. Shot is going to be wide. Sweden with it again at the near circle, sending it to the blue line. She's looking around at the far circle, sending it back to the blue line, sends it to the near circle. Shot is goal! Goal Sweden! Goal for Sweden. Sweden on the board as Olsen. Hannah Olsen, the difference of the match. Assisted by Hilda Svensson and Maja Nyland. As Sweden, again, it was only a matter of time before they were going to get on the board. But there they are, taking advantage, being a lady down off the glove of the Czechia goalie. That is just unlucky. Let's see here. It's the only condiment she will let you use. Oh, really? How about meatloaf? Okay. I mean, meatloaf is okay. You kind of got me there. That's fair. All right, face-off won by Czechia with 15 minutes to go here in the second period. Again, Sweden with a goal, a power play goal. Of course, Olsen could be the hero for Sweden. Sweden now with it in the near corner of their own end. Czechia winning it back. Far circle, sends it inside and saved. And again, Sweden very much pushing a shovey here. These guys, or these gals, don't like it. Just trying to make it so I can eat it, and you only let me use ketchup. That is tough, not going to lie. You should be allowed to use more. I'll fight for you. I'll fight for Mysterious's rights there to have more condiments than ketchup. I feel like people complain about meatloaf and never really eaten it before. No, I mean, meatloaf is fine. Meatloaf is fine. It has been a long time since I've had it, but yeah, meatloaf is definitely fine. All right, face-off won by Czechia. Czechia's shot well wide. Sweden now with it behind the own goalie. She sends it to the far wall, who just flicks it up above to Czechia. Czechia with it in their own end. She's just chilling behind her own goalie. Is now skating up the ice again, moving left to right. Czechia now with it at the far wall. She sends it all the way down to the Sweden end. Sweden with it behind her own goalie, trying to poke it loose. She sends it to the near wall, around the wall, where, of course, the puck now glides into Czechia territories. Has it at the near circle. She flicks it around, connecting with the Czechia player. Czechia with it at the far wall. Losing possession, though. Sweden now with it at center ice as she flicks it up ahead, just a little bit wide of the Czechia goalie. Sweden with it on the far corner, skating around as Czechia pokes it loose and takes possession. Czechia with it on the far circle, or far corner, pardon me. Sends it to the near circle, and Sweden with an opportunity. And now there's going to be, I believe, an offsides by Sweden or something. I don't know what just happened, actually. Don't know what the penalty was. Sleepwalking. They are. It's pretty pathetic. I feel like, yeah, no, people have never eaten it for sure. You want a nasty loaf? Cow tongue. Oh, my gosh. Okay. I've never had cow tongue. Never want it. Can't say you've had meatloaf. Meatloaf's not bad. It's not bad. That's a throw-up bag. You're probably right. Probably right. Man, again, they're showing off the play that happened during commercial break where A Czechia player collided with the Sweden goalie, which led to the power play. Again, pretty disgusting that we couldn't see that live. But that is Peacock, I guess. And Sweden, of course, taking advantage on the power play with an Olsen goal. Not an Olsen twin, but Olsen. And Sweden leading 1-0. Again, a stoppage of play. Don't know for what. Again, just kind of waiting for us to get back underway. Hannah Olsen, 3 goals, 4 assists in the Olympics. So far, not a bad performance in these Olympic Games. Looks like we're ready for us to get back underway. Again, don't know why we had a stoppage of play, but we did. Face-off going to be happening on the Czechia end, on the near side of the small red circle. As Czechia winning the face-off. Although Sweden with the opportunity, and she's tripped. Oh, man. So another power play possibly for Sweden. Wow, so a tripping. Czechia won it, but then quickly lost possession in their own end. Sweden had it for a second, and then, of course, a tripping. That was, again, possibly a goal-saving play by Czechia. How's it going, Sebastian Dumont? Appreciate you for tuning in. Sweden, though, leading 1-0. Sweden winning the power play. Sweden with it on the near side. Olsen skating around, sends it behind the goalie, where Czechia is now elbowing and fighting for it. Sweden with it now on the blue line, looking around, sends it back to the near side. She flicks it inside, and it's behind the goalie. Sweden with it now on the far end, sends it to the far corner, sends it back to Sweden at the blue line. Olsen with it, sends it to the far circle, looking around, and a shot by Sweden, and it's deflected wide. Czechia trying to poke inside. They're poking loose, but Sweden still with it. Sweden at the blue line. Sends it to the far circle. Now near circle. Shot is wide. And poking it inside. Puck just glides in front of the goal. As now it's going to be down by Czechia's goalie with 1:07 left to go. During the power play. Again, 12:43 left to go in the second period. After curling yesterday, are you a fan now? Curling's fun. I think curling was 2 days ago. Or was it yesterday? I already forgot if it was yesterday. I think it was 2 days ago. But, yeah, no, it's fun. Don't know if I can call it. I don't know. We'll call it. We might call another curling. I don't know. Not really the most exciting game to call, but I do enjoy it. It is pretty neat. I definitely want to play curling one day. Anyway, Sweden winning the faceoff here. 1:02 left to go in the power play. Sweden looking around, sends it to the near side, sending it back to the blue line. As she sends a shot inside, and it's snared out of the air by the Czechia goalie. Again, a lot of pushing and shoving by these ladies. These ladies not getting along with each other at all. Would be shocked if these guys shake hands. All right, face-off happening on the far side of the Czechia goalie. As Sweden winning the face-off, sending it to the blue line. Sweden with it. She's looking around. Sends it to the near side, connecting on the near circle. Sends it to the far circle. Shot is deflected, and Czechia with it. And she's going to make Sweden start over as she sends it all the way down to the Sweden end. Sweden's goalie just going to hand it off to a Sweden player. Sweden's making her way off the ice. Again, 30 seconds left on the power play as she flicks it ahead to the Czechia goalie. And again, more pushing and shoving by Czechia and Sweden as she skated a little too close to the Czechia goalie. Pretty crazy stuff. That's these ladies, again, just it seems like every stoppage of play there is a There is something that's going on. It's actually insane. Oh, I see why. So she kind of put ice all up in the Czechia goalie's face when she skated on by. Sweden winning the face-off, sends it inside, and Czechia's there. Czechia now with an opportunity. 15 seconds left in the power play. 2-on-2. 2-on-2. She loses possession in the corner as she takes a huge hit into the corner. As I believe, well, don't know. We're not showing the game for some reason. Czechia now with it in their own end as she's skating behind and holding it behind the goalie. Power play has ended. A power play kill for Czechia. She has it down the near wall. She's looking around, near circle, poking the puck to herself on the near corner. Really cool stuff. Czechia sending it to the near wall at the blue line, sends it up to the near circle. And where she is being manhandled in the corner. Sends it inside. Czechia with an opportunity. But then she passes it out backwards for some reason. And now that kind of killed that play. As Sweden poking it loose. Though Czechia now with it again. Sending it to the near corner. Czechia with it. Near corner. Looking around. Sends it to the far side. No one's there. Czechia wins it and then flicks it back. Sweden flicking it into Czechia territory. Just over 10:40 to go here in the second period. Again, Czechia now with it on the near side. Sweden leading 1-0. 14 shots for Sweden. Czechia with 9. Czechia with it in the near corner. She takes a tumble. Again, a lot of falling down in this game. Sweden with it on the near corner. Sends it up above to the near wall, where I believe that's going to be an icing with 10:16 left to go in the second period. Candy and roses, I mean, probably flowers for sure. Don't know what's going to happen, though, like as far as like candy or anything like that. But yeah, we'll I'll figure that out. Don't worry. Don't worry. Anyway, text I just look at. Oh wow. All right, face-off is happening. Sweden wins it. They have it on the far circle. They're crossing center ice, sending it to the near side, where Czechia will, of course, win it back, sending it up above, where Czechia letting it all go through. Sweden now with it on the far side as she sends it to the near circle, and it's deflected away by Czechia. Czechia with it, crossing center ice. An opportunity for Czechia. Sends it. Shot is deflected. Oh, and Czechia almost with a nice follow-up, but just couldn't get it to fall. As now Sweden with an opportunity. 1-on-1 with the goalie, and she saves it. Nice stuff there by Czechia. Again, some pushing and shoving at the end of the play as always. Let's see, do something corny like a bunch of roses, but one is plastic, and go when the last one rose dies is when I'll stop loving you or something like that. That's crazy, but yeah, I get what you're saying with the plastic. How's it going, Giants fan? Good to see you. Again, giving some Olympic hockey a shot. Appreciate you for tuning in. Candlelight dinner, okay, I don't know about all that. I'm not really like that, you know. But, yeah. A ton of ducks, write something under it, and then hide them all over the house so in weeks from now she will find them. Yeah, I don't know. Not too bad on the ideas here. I'm just going to throw an envelope of money at my date. Nothing says love like paying her rent. There you go. Been married for a while. Flowers in January before the big price hike. Took her out to dinner last weekend. Valentine's weekend is more of a headache to deal with. Yeah. No, you were correct. Last year, we went to Olive Garden, but we didn't go on actual Valentine's Day. I think we went, a few days after because of the way our schedules were working at the time. Tomorrow, yeah, I don't know. I don't know, we traveled again a lot this past week. Like after work and doing stuff. I don't know. I think she kind of wants to relax. I might have to settle for another weekend or something, just taking her out. Just getting the vibe that she wants to stay home. But we will see. Again, probably going to maybe something during the week. Sweden winning the face-off here. 9:30 left to go as she loses possession on the far side. Czechia now with it on the far corner. Sends it up above to Sweden. Sweden intercepting it. Sweden with it on the far wall. Skating inside at the far corner. She sends it to the blue line. Sends it inside, and it's saved by the Czechia goalie. Again, these ladies just pushing and shoving at the end. Sweden is laughing and loving this. Czechia, not really. They do not have a happy face. Sweden with the happy face, Czechia with the anger, and with a lot of anger. I mean, I think, to be honest with you, I think Sweden's kind of initiating all this. Remember, kids, if you were born in November, December, your parents had fun on Valentine's. Yeah, I was born in November, so. Joining the Olympics, yeah, it was pretty good. I have enjoyed it so far. This is probably the most I've ever watched of the Winter Olympics in my life. Not going to lie, but I do enjoy it. I enjoy it. Get my blanket on. I'm really cold. I'm really cold. Ugh. There you go. Face-off won by Czechia. Czechia now with it on the near side. She flicks it up ahead to Sweden. Sweden now with it. Czechia now taking it back on the near wall. As Sweden skating into their own end. Czechia delivering a huge punishment. Somebody lost their stick. It was a Czechia player. Sweden with it in the near corner. She's looking around. Czechia with an opportunity and sends it inside, but the pass or shot was just too weak. Sends it inside to Sweden. Sweden crossing center ice, sending it to the near corner of the near circle. Flicks it behind the Czechia goalie, where there's a big collision in the back. As Czechia now with it on the far corner. She's skating around to the near side. She flicks it behind. Czechia now with it crossing center ice. She flicks it ahead, where it's deflected by Sweden. Sweden will now have it behind her own goalie. As, oh man, another tumble there by the Czechia player. Czechia and Sweden again fighting off camera. The only reason I know that because they were continuing the fight on camera. As Czechia now with it on the middle ice there. 3-on-2 advantage for Czechia. Czechia with it near side. Shot is just wide. Oh, that was a good-looking shot. I thought it actually went in. Sweden now with an opportunity. Sends it to the middle. The pass just a little bit wide. A lot of punishment there in the near corner. What else is new between these two teams? Sweden with it now on the far circle. Sends it to the far wall where, again, a lot of pushing, a lot of checking, a lot of things. Czechia now with it behind the goalie. As now she loses possession. Sweden now with a 3-on-2 advantage. Sends it inside, but no one's there. Sweden sends a shot. That is well wide. And now Czechia falling down again. Sweden with it in their own end. She sends it above to the far side, far corner for an icing with 7:18 left to go in the second period. Have a great stream. Appreciate you again. I'll catch you later as well, I'm sure. I'm not sure when Rhino will be streaming again. But I will see you, I'm sure, in a stream very soon. Mostly the figure skating gotcha. Get a Snuggie, I know, right? It's cold in his house. Got to turn up the heat. I need to. All right, face-off won by Czechia. Czechia with it on the near side. Sends it wide. Czechia with it on the far corner. Sending it to the near corner. Looking around. Sends it inside. Shot is deflected by Sweden. Czechia with it again. Shot again deflected by the defense of Sweden. That's going to send them all the way back. Czechia going to start over in their own territory. Just under 7 minutes to go. Again, 6:50 and counting here in the second period. Again, Sweden leading 1-0 as Sweden's going to win it back. Crossing their own blue line, crossing center ice, crossing the other blue line. Sends it inside, and the Czechia goalie is going to come out and get it and send it out and about as Sweden now with it once again in the far corner. Poked away by Czechia. Czechia flicks it up ahead to Sweden. Sweden sending a desperation shot from way outside. An easy save there by Czechia. Czechia now with it on the near wall. She flicks it ahead around the goalie. of Sweden. Sends it backwards again behind the goalie. Sends it to the near circle. Sweden now making their way downtown. Sweden sending it around the Czechia goalie. She comes out and gets it. And is going to hand it off to Czechia. Again, now under 6 minutes to go here. 1-0 against Sweden leading over Czechia. Sweden with it in the near corner of their own side. She flicks it up the near wall. Czechia with an opportunity. Sends it inside. Intercepted by Sweden. Sweden with it again. Sending it to the near wall. As she crosses center ice, sending it up ahead to the Czechia goalie, who just sends it out to the far side. Sweden sending it around the Czechia goalie, comes out and gets it, hands it off to a Czechia player. 5:30 and counting here in the second. She's hesitating and then will take off, crossing the first blue line. Now crossing center ice, flicks it up ahead on the far wall as Czechia losing possession briefly and then regaining it in their own end. She's now skating inside of the near circle. Sends it back behind the blue line. Sends it to the far blue line. Skating to the far circle. Shot is deflected wide. Again, a nice shot, but I don't think it got to the goalie. Czechia with it now behind the Sweden goalie. Sends it, well, now she sent it backwards to the far corner, intercepted by Sweden. Sweden now with it. And Czechia taking it back. Sweden taking it back again. Again, Czechia just whacking their sticks, trying to get the puck back. They do in the near circle. Sends it to the far end. Bounces off the wall into the Sweden end. Taken over by Sweden. Sweden with it on the near side. Poked away by Czechia. Czechia fighting for it. Sweden fighting for it. Pass goes to the far end, where, again, a huge collision of sticks. And, again, a big check by Sweden. And that one going to be stopping play with 4:17 left to go in the second. 1-0 against Sweden leading over Czechia. Again, a power play goal is the difference. Lindsey Vonn, injury is brutal. The injury solidified 2026 as their last Olympics. What a way to go. Come out of retirement for one last try and this happens. Yeah, it's tough. And it's definitely unfortunate. Currently like 65. Tomorrow it's back to the regularly scheduled program at 98. Oh, wow. That is brutal. That is brutal. Could Czechia tie it up? I'm sure they can, but I don't know if they will. I mean, again, Czechia is playing great. I really do think they're playing pretty good, but I don't know. It doesn't seem like they're going to get any of their shots to fall. They got to start doing something soon. Yeah. It just doesn't seem like they're going to do it. That's a shame. They've played really well. They really have. They've definitely... They were not the favorite. They were projected to get crushed against Sweden. Was definitely the better team. And Czechia has done a great job of just hustling to the puck. Again, they are not backing down from the Sweden team. Very physical Sweden team. And, they've done a great job. If I'm a Czechia citizen, I'm proud of the ladies and how they're fighting. I would be. All right, working our way back here again. Just over 4 minutes to go here in the second period. Sweden leading 1-0. 18 shots on goal for Sweden, 12 for Czechia. Czechia winning possession. Sweden with it once more. Now Czechia winning it back on the near side, sending it to the near circle, and sends a shot inside where it's downed by the goalie with just over 4 to go. 4:01 to be exact. Face-off going to be happening in front of the Sweden goal area. On the near side, again, Sweden going right to left, Czechia left to right. Face-off happened a little too early. They'll start it over. Face-off won by Czechia. Czechia with it on the near corner. She's looking around. Referee does a nice job of hopping out of the way. Czechia with it, sending it to the blue line. Sends it inside. Passes just well wide. No one gets to it. Czechia with it in the far corner. Sends it to the blue line. Sending it to the near side. She sends it to the blue line, who skates to the near side. She's at the near circle. Shot is deflected wide. Nice opportunity by Czechia. Just could not take advantage. Sweden now with it again. 3:30 intercepted by Czechia. Czechia has it poked loose. And Sweden's defense pretty good. Czechia with it on the near corner. She's looking around trying to find somebody. No one's coming free. She sends it to the near wall where Sweden will have it as she deflects it inside, and it's intercepted by Czechia. Though Sweden takes it back, racing down the near wall. She's looking around, intercepted by Czechia. Czechia with it on the near wall. Sends it inside. Nice pass to the far circle. Shot is wide. Pardon me. As Sweden will now have it on the near wall, deflected to Czechia. Czechia with it, racing down the far wall, and now they're going to whistle it dead with 2:50 left to go in the second period. Again, 1-0 Sweden leading over Czechia. Again, a very admirable performance by Czechia, by the Czech ladies. Everyone was just kind of blocking that goal. Face-off won by Czechia, but now it's going to be whistled dead, as I guess something happened on the initial face-off as I cover myself even more, bundle myself with this blanket. Wow, face-off infraction. So now Czechia is going to be a lady down yet again. Unfortunate for Czechia. Oh, wow. So she grabbed, so they, they did the face off. She grabbed it with her hand after they initially both missed. So now Sweden going to be on the power play again. Can Czechia hold? They've done it plenty of times. Though, of course, the only Sweden goal happened on a power play. Sweden with it on the blue line. She's looking around, sends it to the near side. This is Olsen, the goal scorer. Sends it inside, deflected away. Sweden with it on the far circle. Sweden looking around. She sends it to the blue line. Sends it back to the far circle. Sends it inside. Shot is deflected away by Czechia's defense. Shot again deflected away and saved by the Czechia goalie with 1:37 left to go on the power play. Again, Olsen, the difference of the game. Trying to make... Wow, again, it went off the back of a Czechia defender, and she was holding her back at the end of that. Sweden winning the face-off, has it at the blue line. She's looking around, sends it to the near side. This is Olsen, sends it back to the blue line. Shot is deflected away off the post. Sweden with it again, 1:20 left to go on the power play. Olsen sends it inside, deflected away. And no, I believe it hit the face of a Czechia player. Oh my goodness. Hit her off the side of the helmet, I think. Wow, again, off the post. What a shot. I mean, just moments, again, just inches away from being 2-0. Olsen sending his shot. So the shot hit the side of the helmet. Hits her in the temple. And face-off delay. We almost had a face-off there, but we're going to restart it. Again, face-off happening on the near side of the Czechia goalie. Face-off won by Sweden. Sweden with it on the near circle, looking around, and the puck just gliding behind. No one has it. Now Sweden with it. Sweden with it on the far corner, looking around, sends it to the blue line. Now in the near corner, near circle, sends it to the blue line again, sends it to the far circle. Shot is deflected by Czechia. Again, they're whacking those sticks, trying to get it. Sweden with it at the far circle, sends it inside and deflected again. Czechia with it, sends it to the Sweden side, and Sweden will start over. 40 seconds left in the power play. 1:30 left to go in the second period. Sweden going to hold on to the puck for a little bit as the line changes. 30 seconds left in the power play. Sweden racing down the left side. She's got an opportunity. Sends it inside, and it cannot connect on the pass. Sends it to the far circle. Now back to the blue line. Sweden with it. Far circle deflected by Czechia. Czechia now with it. Racing down left to right. Trying to get something. Trying to kill time as she deflects it behind the Sweden goalie. Sweden with it with 10 seconds left in the power play. And it looks like it's going to be a power play kill. Sweden, though, racing down. Left side, left circle, near circle, looking around. Sends it to the near corner, and a big crunch there. Players falling all over the place. Power play is officially killed as Sweden has it in the far corner. Czechia trying to muscle their way and trying to muscle it back. 30 seconds left. Czechia with it, racing down the far side. Far corner. Czechia now with it behind the Sweden goalie. She falls down. Czechia sends it inside, and the pass and the shot is a little too weak as it's going to be down with 21 seconds left to go in the second period. Oh, man, again, a trip there. Wow, again, just interesting stuff. Again, the Sweden-Czechia players do not get along. Just not a friendly match. Face-off one. Shot is going to be just wide. Sweden with it now with 15 seconds. Czechia winning it back. Sends it to the near circle. Looking around. Sends it near circle again. Shot is saved with 8 seconds left to go in the second period. Czechia not, again, backing down. They really are, again, playing very admirable considering the circumstance. Got a late shove by a Sweden player. That was Olsen. Olsen there, the goal scorer. And Sweden definitely the more chippier team. Face-off won by, I guess, Sweden. Czechia trying to dish out some punishment as looks like they're gatekeeping, and that's going to be the end of the second period. Again, more pushing and shoving at the end of this second period. Shot totals 18-16. Yeah, 18 for Sweden, 16 for Czechia. But the goals, of course, Sweden leading 1-0. Again, a power play goal is the difference in this game. Again, this happened in the second period. Again, Hannah Olsen with the power play goal, assisted by Hilda Svensson and Maja Nyland Persson. Again, the goals, again, Sweden with 1, Czechia nothing. Save 17-16, again, pretty even. Shots on target, again, 16 shots on goal for Czechia, 18 for Sweden. Penalty minutes, Czechia with 8-6 for Sweden. Again, what I've been saying, again, just a chippy match. These ladies do not like each other. A lot of penalties in this one. And, of course, again, Sweden with the difference of the game. But, yeah, I mean, that's just the way it's been. Oh, my gosh, what the heck? Oh, that's cool. Still a close game. Oh, yeah, no, for sure. No, Sweden not able to pull away from Czechia. Again, like I said, I've been really impressed with Czechia. If you're a Czechia citizen or whatnot, you got to be really proud of your ladies. They are really putting up a great fight. They really are. It's really impressive. All right, going to go ahead and probably cut away for a little bit. I will be back. Of course, I'll have the music on. I'll see you guys in about 15 minutes. And yeah, I will see you soon. Just got back, and I'm like, what the heck? Why does it say Super Bowl on there? Oh, my gosh. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see how we can fix this. Copy. Don't know why it's like that, but we're just going to... I think we need a duplicate, right? I think it's duplicate. Or is it reference? I honestly don't remember. I have no idea. No idea. I guess we'll find out later. Doesn't matter. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, it is intermission time still. Just decided to come back. Did a little bit of very little, teeny weeny type of housework. Cleaning up some stuff. But yeah, again, 1-0. Sweden, again, doing a pretty good job of, you know, again, just kind of doing what they need to do. Again, they're expected to win, but man, you know, Czechia has really looked really well. Again, the difference of the match, of course, is Hannah Olsen with the power play goal, and that, as of now, of course, will be enough to get them into the semifinals, where, of course, they will await the winner of USA and Italy. USA and Italy, of course, taking on each other later. That'll be happening in less than 3 hours, which, of course, I will have the call for you there. I know a little bit more about the players in that one. Of course, I followed, you know, I haven't really followed the USA obviously much, you know, ever since this started, the Olympics, but I do know a little bit more, so a little bit more name pronunciations on for that one. So again, hopefully I'll see you there for USA and Italy. As again, Czechia not doing too shabby. Of course, Sweden in the lead. Again, the medal counts for the Olympics. Norway, of course, leading the way with 8 golds, 18 total medals for them. Italy in second with 6. USA is in third with 4. Of course, a lot of other countries with 4 gold medals: France, Germany, Sweden, and Switzerland. But the USA with more silvers and, of course, a few more bronzes to claim the third place as of now, of course. In 8th, Austria. Austria with 3 golds. Again, Netherlands also with 3 golds as well. Japan in 10th. Australia in 11th. Czechia is in 12th. South Korea 13th. Slovenia in 14th. Canada 15th. China 16th. New Zealand 17th place. Latvia in 18th. Poland tied for 18th as well with Latvia. Bulgaria in 20th. Belgium and Finland tied for 21st each with the bronze to wrap up the medalists, or the medals there. Again, unsure. Let's actually, again, I know there's another hockey game going on right now, but it's not women's. It is Czechia and France. The men's Czechia team looking pretty good against France. Though France has just scored a goal, so 4-3. Czechia leading over France. Of course, the Czechia ladies currently down to Sweden. So Sweden's ladies 1-0. Czechia just got a gold. Got a gold earlier in speed skating. Look at that. Some more curling underway, I guess, in about 40 minutes. Again, good to see you, DJ. Appreciate you, man, for tuning in. Appreciate all you guys for tuning in. Again, we're still in intermission. One final period. Barring, of course, you know, overtime. Czechia, again, has had opportunities, just haven't been able to capitalize on those opportunities. But, yeah, not doing too shabby. Again, very impressive by Czechia. Sweden, of course, you know, they're in the lead, where, again, most people would have had them. It's interesting. Would make sense for the Steelers to trade Nick Herbig for Eagles backup Tanner McKee. I mean, in what world does that make sense? I hate this time of the year in the NFL. People just say the dumbest stuff. Yeah. Wow. The NFL's won its grievance over the NFLPA to stop making the annual report cards. I think that's ridiculous. I think how soft you have to be as an owner to like not like the players grading your stuff. That's weird. Wow. Anyway, sorry, just looking at some headlines on Twitter with the Steelers and other stuff like that. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, I'll be covering, of course, the USA and Italy in a few hours. Hopefully, again, I see you there. I'll be a lot more awake then. And the house shouldn't be as cold. The house shouldn't be as cold. So I got my blanket covering myself here. Just waiting for this game to get back underway. Again, thank you guys for hanging out. Let's see here. I guess since we got some free time, I can go ahead and try to make some stuff happen. Let's see here. I need to put this all the way down here. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, put that all the way down here. Man, I got a lot of stuff. I really need to clean this up. I don't really have a lot of stuff, but I have a lot of stuff. Does that make any sense? So now you should have like a little bit of music on the background there. At least I got that done. Very surprised with the coverage of Peacock and the Olympics. It hasn't really been that great. Again, we missed a whole minute of action earlier too. That was really annoying. The power play that led to the Sweden goal, we didn't get to see what happened live because they were running commercials during a minute of play. Like, what the heck is that all about? And I can tell some of you guys are probably upset or something because I know like we had a huge dip for a few minutes there. I'm like, well, it wasn't me. You know, it was the stupid Peacock. But oh well. Oh well. Got a lot of empty seats there. Again, you know, could be intermission, but not exactly the most popular event. Looks like the referee's getting back on the ice. That's good. Again, we're ready for I'm back. Commercials be moneymaker. Oh, yeah, they are. I mean, that's how I make my money, essentially, really. Commercials, though, it's not much. That's the one thing, you know, I was told that if I talk negative about YouTube, somehow they know. Whatever. But yeah, it's like the ad revenue for YouTube is pretty pathetic. So yeah, it's crazy stuff. You gotta like have a bunch of people. It's weird. It is weird. Working our way back though. Again, 1-0 Sweden leading over Czechia. See what the Czech ladies can do again. Only 20 minutes to at least tie it up to push it into overtime. Maybe a shootout. I don't know. You work 3 jobs, my pay for this week, working 60 hours, $53. I mean, if you're only making $53 on that, then like a gallon of milk needs to be like a quarter at the store, because that would be ridiculous. That would be ridiculous. Yeah, I would hate that. I mean, I can be kind of transparent on my stuff if you want. Some of my streams again since football again, that was kind of what was like, hey, you know, give me hope that I can really do this. Outside of football though, man, I'm getting like a few bucks a stream. That's just how it goes. Not complaining. I mean, it's just the way, again, his ad revenue is just not good. Face off won by Czechia, though, quickly given up. You can look for it later. For some reason, I couldn't pull it up. Sweden with it on the far side, sending it to the near side. Sweden, again, moving left to right. Sends a shot in. Going to be deflected off. Czechia is going to send it out to the near side. Intercepted, though, at center ice. Sweden sending it up to the far corner. Czechia will have it in the far corner. She takes a bump from a Sweden player. Won by Czechia. Czechia winning it over as Czechia forgot the puck. And Sweden will take it back, sends it around. Though the Czechia goalie comes out and gets it, she sends it to the near side. She sends it to the far corner, sending it up to the far wall, sending it to the middle. Crossing center ice. Nice passing by Czechia. Shot is deflected by Sweden. Czechia with it again as she falls down. Again, a stick. Again, I don't really like how Sweden's playing, to be honest with you. Just very, like, I don't know. It just doesn't. I don't like it. Anyway, Czechia with it on the near side. Sends it inside off a Sweden player. Czechia now going to lose control within the corner. Regaining control at the far circle. Deking her way inside. Shot is just not strong enough. Czechia with it again on the far side. Looking at the near side. Sends it inside and deflected. Someone lost a stick. That was the goalie. The goalie lost the stick. Luckily for her, the shot was pretty low. She just needed to use her legs. Czechia with it on the near side. Sending it to the far side. Shot is wide. Nice power, but the accuracy no bueno. As Sweden going to flick it up to the Czechia goalie, who sends it out on the far side. Then she cuts inside. And she'll have it at the near circle. Again, 18 minutes to go here in the third period. The third and final period of regulation. Czechia trying to make something happen as she's skating behind the Sweden goalie. Near circle, looking around to the blue line. Sends it to the near corner. It connects on the other side. She sends it inside. That's going to be deflected outside by Sweden, the defenders. Czechia with it at the blue line. She flicks it into the near corner, where Sweden will have it. Now they're racing down the near side. Sweden with a lot of energy, a lot of speed, sends it, and that's going to be deflected wide, as that will be another shot for Sweden. 19 shots now for Sweden, 17 for Czechia. Sweden with it on the near side, as Czechia will have it in the near corner, skating behind the goalie. She's now crossing the far circle, crossing center ice, sending it to the near circle on the Sweden side. She takes a bump. Czechia forgot the puck. Sweden taking it back as Czechia has it in the near circle. Sends it inside of the far circle, and she takes a bump herself. As Sweden will have it on the near wall. Deflects it inside. As Sweden, again, taking a big hit there. Czechia with an opportunity. It's a 3-on-3 near circle. Looking around, poked away by Sweden. Czechia takes it back at the blue line, looking around. Far circle shot is deflected as Sweden has it for the moment. Czechia winning it back. Czechia with the far circle, looking around. She has it pickpocketed as Sweden wins it back, though. Czechia winning it back yet again in the far corner. She sends it to the far corner once again as Sweden and Czechia. Oh, man. So again, pushing and shoving. Czechia staying above the Sweden player. Czechia now with it. She sends it to the far corner. Again, pushing and shoving by the same players. As Czechia with it to the far corner. Sends it out of play with 16:02 left to go in the third. Food's cheap. Let's see here. It's 73,000 pesos, but it converts to about $53. Wow. Depends on what you want to buy. Random things can be expensive. I can get 3 pounds of tomatoes for $300, or like 3 cents, give or take. Maybe 4 cents. Oh, wow. 3 pounds for... I mean, that's pretty good. Dang. That's really good. But if I want a mattress, that's like a 4-month salary. Okay. But a blank notebook, $10, easy. Walmart got him for like 75 cents. Jeez, that is kind of awkward. Czechia winning the faceoff, sends it inside, and it's deflected. Sweden desperately getting it out of play. Love the better jersey. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Appreciate you, man. Going to be an icing there for Sweden, so it's going to be a face-off on the Sweden end with 15:47 left to go. Yeah, I haven't switched that out in a while. I need to probably put my Ben jersey back on it. I have Ben, Bettis, and then Kirkland. Kirkland and Bettis were given to me by my dad. Ben was mine. As Czechia has it on the near corner, looking around, trying to fight through, but Sweden holding on to her. Sweden with it now in the near corner of their own end. She's now skating towards the far corner. Then deking inside. She's just holding on, gatekeeping the puck, but not for long as Czechia does jar loose, but Sweden with it on the far circle. She flicks it ahead, intercepted by Czechia. Czechia trying to poke it through, and it does, to the near side, near wall, looking around, sends it wide. Someone lost a stick. Someone skating without a stick. I don't know who. As Sweden will have it again. There's a loose stick on the ice. Now Sweden with it on the near side. She flicks it up to the near wall. Sweden will have possession, loses possession. Czechia fighting for it. Czechia with it, crossing center ice, but then loses it really quickly. Sweden with it, and she loses it as Czechia will have it on their own end. And they will take off on the near circle, sending it to the near wall, crossing center ice, looking around, near circle. Shot is going to be saved. And again, some pushing and shoving by Sweden with 14:30 in the third. We use the dollar sign as well, so it's a little confusing when talking about money. Yeah, it does. I mean, I would hate, honestly, it sounds like I would not want to live in Argentina. But then again, the money goes far, I don't know. Some things the money goes far, and then some things it doesn't. That is odd. We'll eventually have the face-off. Face-off won by Czechia. Sends it to the far blue line. Sends it in. Shot is saved. And again, more pushing and shoving as these ladies just do not get along. $14:24 left to go here in the third. Again, Sweden leading 1-0. 19 shots on goal for Sweden. 18 for Czechia. Czechia, again, just doing a good job hanging in there. Czechia with it on the far end. Far circle, sends it inside and saved and gloved by Sweden. Again, more pushing and shoving at the end of the play. These ladies, I mean, eventually I want to see a punch, honestly, at this point. I mean, it's been going on the entire time. We got to see a punch. Money goes far. You can buy a full house for $30,000. Wow, yeah, that's pretty nice. That back home buys you, what, half a mobile home? I mean, mobile homes are going up. Mobile homes are now. Nice mobile homes can go for $200,000, $250,000 now. In Texas. I'm not even kidding. As Sweden winning the faceoff, sends it down to the near side of Czechia. That's going to be an icing with 14:09. So again, we're going to head right back down to the Sweden end for a faceoff. Save up a year's pay. You are good for 4 to 5 years here. Nice. Man. Fight. Honestly, I kind of want to see that. I want to see a fight. At this point, I mean, they've been like flirting with the idea of just having a full-out brawl. Might as well go ahead and do it. Czechia winning the face-off, has it at the far circle, sends it back to the blue line, looking around, sends it back to the far circle, sends it back to the blue line. She's skating towards the far circle, sends it to the far circle, back to the blue line, sends it back to the behind the goalie. Czechia with it at the far circle, looking around, blue line. Sends it to the far circle. Shot is going to be saved by Sweden. 13:40 again. Not even worth mentioning the pushing and shoving at this point. But it's happening. Every time there's a save, someone's pushing somebody. Or just any stoppage of play. Like, there's somebody pushing somebody. Yeah, I mean, I guess they have a lot more restraint than I would. If I'm getting pushed around the entire match, I am punching somebody in the end. Or if I lose. Like, I'm like, you know what? We lost. We're going over, and we're going to have a little chat. Just want to talk to them. Just want to talk to them. What's the worst that can happen? They revoke your single point? I mean, yeah, honestly. I say go for it. I mean, these ladies clearly don't like each other. They have been, again, just playing the mind games. Again, just, you know, skating and brushing up ice into each other's faces. I mean, that's happened plenty of time. Again, more Sweden. Sweden, I really do think, is the instigator with all this. So it'll be interesting again. You know, the winner of this match takes on the winner of the USA and Italy. Of course, USA expected to win that one. But, of course, the Olympics are in Italy, so it's going to be a very ruckus crowd. But it'll be interesting to see how the U.S. ladies handle this Sweden bunch that have initiated pretty much every single fight. I mean, or at least every single pushing and shoving session, I guess. But, yeah, this has been very interesting. Again, thank you guys for hanging out. And Sweden leading 1-0 as we're just waiting for us to get back in action. Looks like we have a face-off here again right in front of the Sweden goalie. Going to be won by Czechia. Sends it wide. Czechia now sending it inside off the post. As Sweden now, intercepted by Czechia. Czechia with it on the far corner, far circle. Czechia is not going away. She circles inside and poked away by Sweden. Sweden with it now on the near end. She's looking around, sends it to the goalie, who deflects it out to the far wall. Czechia now with it, sending it to the near corner. And she fakes a pass and will just start skating. Sends it up the ice, sends it to the near wall, crossing center ice. She's looking around, sends it inside. Intercepted by Sweden, though she forgot the puck. As Czechia will now have it as it glides into her own end. She sends it up the ice. Sweden now poking it loose. Czechia with it again in the near circle. Sends it off the wall. Nice bank shot. She sends it back. She sends it to the far wall. Czechia just poking it loose inside of Sweden territory. Sweden, though, with it as that glides into the Czech end. Though Sweden showing off the speed. What speed there? As Czechia now with it in the near corner. Czechia passes it inside. Nice pass. An opportunity shot is deflected. Again, another shot on goal. Czechia with the shots. They, again, have had the nice opportunities. Another shot. That's going to be wide. I think it hit the referee in the leg. But she is taking it like a champ. Oh, my gosh. As that puck is going to glide into the Sweden far corner. Czechia now with it behind the goalie. There's going to be a crunch. No, not really a crunch there. Czechia holding it in the corner. Sweden trying to jar it loose. Czechia passes it back to the near circle, sending it to the far circle. And that's going to be off the back of a Sweden player. She's groggy. Czechia now skating inside, trying to find somebody. Sends it to the blue line, sends it to the near blue line. She sends it inside, deflected by Sweden. And she sends it all the way back as the Czechia goalie coming out to stop it. You know how it'll go. Men fight. All is forgiven like 3 minutes. Women, though, they're going to hold on to that. That's honestly what's been happening the entire match. Again, I think the first scuffle has just resulted in them fighting and pushing every single stoppage of play. As Sweden has it, sends it up the wall. Czechia intercepts it on the far wall, sends it to the far circle of the Sweden end. Sweden now with it in their own far corner. Now sending it to the near corner, sending it to the near circle. As she sends it up the ice. And that's going to be an icing with 10:55 left to go in the third. 40 years later, remember when you got in my face in the 2026 Olympics? Still hate you for that, yeah. USA defeats Canada in women's curling 4-2. USA's first win over Canada at the Olympics. I guess for curling, in curling history, because again, like if you're talking about just in general, USA beat Canada in women's hockey already. As Sweden now has it on the near end. She's skating through everybody, but the puck just going too far. As Czechia will now have it in the near end. Czechia now just hanging out with it. 10:30 left to go in the third. As she now starts heading up the ice. Czechia with it. Sending it, or crossing center ice. Sends it to the far side to herself. Intercepted by Sweden. I don't know what that was all about by Czechia. Sweden with it on the far circle. She glides it inside. And again, some pushing and shoving at the end of the play. Yeah, 5-0, yeah. I don't know. I'm assuming that just was curling or something like that. RC, again, appreciate you, RC, for tuning in. $10:15 left to go here again in the third period. Face-off won by Sweden. As Czechia now going to have it crossing center ice. Crossing down the blue line. Sends it inside and it's a little wide. Shot is wide. Czechia with it in the near corner. Just a women's curling. USA faces Japan. I gotcha. As Sweden now with it on the near side. She's skating inside and takes a huge hit. Ran into the goalie, but she's the one that paid the price. Sweden within the far corner. It's a goal! Oh, a far circle goal! And now the officials are waving it off, saying interference. And Czechia is yelling at the Sweden player, who was again in front of the goal. Minor penalty for goalie interference. So Sweden has a goal taken away due to goalie interference. So she will say, Thea Johansson. She will go ahead and spend 2 minutes in the penalty box. Again, Johansson just bumping the goalie out of nowhere. And she's like, oh, well, I guess I got caught. What the heck? So again, so she's the one that collided with the goalie and she's the one that fell. And then she kind of elbows the goalie down. What the heck? And then she's like, what? How did I get caught? Like, what in the world? Crazy stuff happening before my very eyes. So Johansson will be spending 2 minutes in the sin bin. You can't do that. You can't just elbow people for no reason. Sack the goalie, apparently. So again, another power play opportunity for Czechia. Can they take advantage? Again, the difference of the game is a power play goal by Sweden. Johansson gets up. She doesn't even have her own stick and then decides to elbow the goalie. Like, what in the world? That is quite the sequence. Quite the sequence of play. All right, Czech power play. 9:47 left to go in the third. Of course, they'll have 2 minutes. 2 minutes to try to get this game tied. Czechia with it on the near side. Near circle. Looking around. And she loses possession. I don't know what that was all about. Sweden now with it in the far corner. Now Czechia taking it back in the far circle. Far blue line. Sending it to the near side. Back to the blue line. Sending it to the far circle. She sends it inside. Deflected away. Puck is just kind of there. Now it's going to be deflected out. Czechia with it at the blue line. Sends it to the near side, near circle. She's looking around. Czechia with it as she pokes it loose. Czechia with it on the near circle. Looking around at the blue line. Sends it to the near corner. She's skating inside, and it's going to be a shot. It's deflected by Sweden. Good defense by Sweden. Czechia, though, winning it back. 1:10 left to go on the power play. Czechia with it on the far corner. Sweden, though, pressing the issue. Sweden is very much pressing the issue. Czechia with it, and good defense by Sweden, forcing it back behind the Czechia goalie. 54 seconds left to go on the power play. Czechia needs to get something going here. Sends it to the far side. Czechia with an opportunity. She cuts inside, and it's taken away by Sweden, who sends it to the Czechia goalie. 40 seconds left. As Czechia will have it, sends it inside, and it's deflected away. And Sweden with an opportunity, fast break opportunity. Sweden far circle, shot is deflected by the Czechia goalie. Oh man, again, good effort there by number 19 of Sweden. I'll try to get your name later. Czechia with it on the far side. She's cutting inside, shot is deflected away. 13 seconds left on the power play. Czechia with it in the corner. She's looking around. Far corner, far circle. Shot is saved. Another block by the goalie. Power play is going to be killed. Czechia with it on the far corner. Here comes the fifth player. Shot is a little bit wide as Sweden will send it away. No penalty. Yeah, no, there was a penalty. There was a power play. And again, another grab, another shove, another something by these players, ripping each other down onto the ice. Czechia with it on the far circle of their own end, skating, crossing center ice. She's crossing the blue line, passes to the right circle, and loses possession. Sweden with it again on the far wall. She flicks it to, attempting to flick it to herself as she now collides with the Czechia defender. Sweden with it in the far corner. She's skating now behind the Czechia goalie to the near circle. She sends it inside. It's deflected into the near corner. Again, a lot of pushing and shoving. Again, I'm swinging at this point. This has been going on the entire match. None of this little petty stuff. I'm just ending it here. But they are better than me as they have it in the far corner of the Sweden end. Czechia and Sweden fighting over it. Czechia with it at the blue line now. She's looking around, sends it to the far blue line. Skating to the near side. She's now at the near circle. Sends it to the blue line. Shot is going to be deflected off a defender. Czechia now with it at the far wall. She's looking around. Sends it back to the blue line. Oh, pass a little bit wide as that's going to go all the way back into the Czechia end. Though she quickly sends it up. But Sweden's now going to have it in their own end. No, Czechia winning it back. Czechia with it now in the far corner of the Sweden end. Sending it back to the blue line. Sending it to the far circle. Looking around. She's skating around. Sends it to the blue line. Sends it to the near circle. Shot is deflected off the leg of the Sweden defense. Puck is just chilling. They were going after each other and not the puck. Sweden now claims the puck. Sweden sending it to the near corner. Czechia intercepts it. Near circle sends it inside in the middle. Intercepted by Sweden. Sweden now with it down the left side, or down the near side, pardon me. As Czechia now racing back and claiming possession. As it's poked away, Czechia will take it again. She sends it down to the far corner where Sweden will kind of set up with 5:30 left to go in the third quarter. Or pardon me, in the third period, third quarter. It's football, I guess. Sweden with an opportunity. Shot is going to be a little bit wide. Czechia now with it in the far corner. She sends it up to the far wall. Nice pass, but deflected actually by Sweden. Sweden with it now on the near wall. She sends it to the near corner and around. As the Czechia goalie is going to come out and flick it wide to the far wall. Czechia with an opportunity. Referee getting in the way as it glides back into the Czechia end. Czechia now with it on the near side. They're racing fast. Playing a lot faster now. Again, just under 5 to go. As he sent it inside. Everyone's poking. A stick to the face. A stick to the face. Luckily, they have masks. A lot of pushing and shoving at the end of that one. 1-0 is your score. Sweden leading Czechia. Again, the difference is a Olsen goal at the Olsen twins. Try Hannah Olsen. Hannah Olsen with the power play goal in the second period. That is your difference for Sweden and Czechia. Let's get a tie and go to a shootout. Those are always fun. Yeah, Czechia's like, if we don't beat you on the score, we will physically. I don't know. I think Sweden's been the one that's really been physically. And again, I think Sweden are the instigators, if we're being honest here. Again, I'll just call it like it is. Sweden are the ones that are instigating. But yeah, Czechia, they're trying to fight back. But Both, of course, on the ice and off. With the puck and without the puck, I guess. Always have to remind myself how large the rinks are. I keep thinking they're small like tables hockey. Yeah, no, definitely not. Definitely not. Again, I've been to a NHL game, and it was really cool. Really fun experience. Definitely hope to go see one again one day. So I got to say I saw Crosby and Malkin and Letang and Rust. So I got to see all of them play. A lot of, again, pushing and shoving. Cross-check. And again, somebody whacked a stick into somebody's face at the end. That was an accident. So it looks like there's going to be a penalty. So another penalty by Tia Johansson. Again, she just served 2 minutes earlier. And she's back in the clink again for 2 minutes. So she's in the sin bin with 4:42 left to go. And it's going to be face-off won by Czechia. So again, a power play opportunity for Czechia. Sends it to the far circle. This might be their last legit shot. Sends it in, and it's going to be deflected off the post. Oh my goodness, it was off the post. Unbelievable. Czechia just can't buy a goal. Czechia now crossing center ice, blue line, far circle, skating behind the Sweden goalie. Sweden desperately trying to poke it free. She passes it off. She's on the near side, sends it to the blue line, looking around, sends it far circle. Shot is deflected away, and I believe out of play with 1:20 left to go in the power play, 4:02 left to go in the third period. Never been to an official sports. My family always went to redneck stuff. We went to WWE matches, monster trucks. I never got into the monster truck or all that. Though I have seen a WWE event. Yes, I did. I got to see the GOAT, The Miz. This was when he was WWE champion the first time. Got to see him. That was pretty fun. That was pretty cool. That was late 2010, I think? Early 2011? Can't remember. Face-off won by Czechia. Czechia with it at the blue line. Sends it to the far side. Looking around. Sends it next to the goalie. She's just chilling. Far circle. Shot is deflected. Back to the blue line. Sends it to the near side. Czechia looking around. Far circle. Sends it inside. Deflected away. Czechia with it in the far corner. 1 minute left to go on the power play. Czechia with it next to the goalie. And the pass is just a little bit too wide, but the blue line defender will have it. She's back at the blue line, looking around. Sends it to the near side, near circle, looking around. Sends it off to the near circle. Sends it to the blue line. Shot from way out town is downtown is what I meant to say. It doesn't matter. Czechia with it on the far side. Deflected away. Center circle. Sends it inside, and it's wide. 30 seconds left of the power play. Czechia now skating into their own territory. Czechia sending it up the ice, down the near side, the near wall. Czechia with it on the near corner, sending it to the far corner. 20 seconds left of the power play. 3 minutes to go here in the third period. She's gliding around, skating around. 10 seconds left in the power play. Got to get a shot off. Far circle. Gives it up. Sweden now with it, but then she loses control as the power play is going to end. Another power play kill with an icing, or a stoppage of play, pardon me, with 2:41 left to go in the third. So Czechia, again, just cannot answer the Sweden defense. That is tough. Oh my goodness, a pass inside was just a little too much. I could watch a guy get sacked and watch a monster truck crush a small car. Gotcha. Winner of this one faced the winner of Finland, Switzerland. Oh, I thought it was USA and Italy. Oh, my bad. Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea how it's looking because, again, the bracket that they showed looked a lot different than, I don't know. It's really weird, RC. Anyway, Sweden has it on the near side. The Czechia goalie comes out and gets it, sends it out to the near wall. Czechia now with it at the near circle of their own end. Sweden winning it back in the near quarter, sends it inside. It's deflected away, out of play with 2:08 left to go in the third. Again, we're closing down here. Czechia, 27 shots on goal. Sweden, 22. Sweden was the favorite, but I mean, again, obviously they're winning, but man, Czechia has given them all they could handle. The last time I went to wrestling was WWF, brother, in the 90s. Oh, wow. Yeah, I definitely, again, I was born in 96, so I definitely was not, definitely not really going to WWE, or WWF events, I should say. Face-off won by Czechia. Czechia has it at the far side. 2 minutes to go here in the third period. 2-minute warning. As looks like there's going to be a stoppage of play with 1:57. Again, they were all huddled up, trying to jar it loose. Chris Paul announces retirement. Oh, wow. That's tough. WWF was where it's at. Oh, yeah, I've heard that. I've watched a little bit. I've really enjoyed watching Kurt Angle whenever I do watch old matches or old segments. Face-off won by Czechia again. 2 minutes to go. No one has the puck. Now it glides into the Sweden area, or Sweden end. Sweden now with it in the near corner. 1:45 to go. Czechia with an interception. Bad pass. 3-on-2. 3-on-2. And she loses control of the puck. Oh, man, Czechia, what's going on? It's like they're trying. Sweden just gatekeeping the puck. 1:30 left to go in the third. In the final regulation period, Sweden now jarring it loose, and she takes a tumble. Czechia jarring it loose. Czechia with it in the far corner. She sends it to the blue line. She loses possession, sends it back over. Blue line. Czechia with it. 1-on-4. Oh, and she's tripped. No call. 1:06 left to go. Sweden now taking it to the Czechia, and she's now in the near corner. 59 seconds, she loses the puck. Czechia with it. 55 seconds. Czechia crossing center ice. It's going to be an empty net for Czechia. Sends it inside, deflected away. Czechia now with it as Sweden just flicks it away into the Czechia end. 40 seconds left. Empty nets. Empty net for Czechia. Czechia. Oh, Sweden poking it free, but Czechia winning it back. 30 seconds left. Czechia has the puck. Oh, Sweden with an opportunity. Open goal for Sweden. It's a goal. Sweden leads 2-0 if this goal stands. An empty net goal for Sweden. Looks like it does. Sweden has just pretty much clinched this one as Hilda Svensson with the game-clinching goal that will see them advance to the semifinals. Kurt Angle. So my entire family would rent a house and to take a trip every year. I would see random cousins. Anyway, on this trip, my brother and I bought a bag of our WWE wrestlers. Sometime over vacation, action figures go missing. Gotcha. Yep, Sweden. Sweden's pretty much clinched it again. Just scoring a goal here with just 24 seconds left to go. An empty netter. Face-off is won by the Swedish. Czechia, though, with it in the near corner, and it's going to be flicked around. Far circle sends it inside, deflected away. 15 seconds left. Czechia now with it, as Czechia just sends a desperation shot from way downtown, deflected wide. Sends another shot. That's going to the far corner. Czechia with it, 2 seconds. Sends it over there, and shot is going to be late, and Sweden goes to the semifinals as they knock out the Czech Republic. They knock out Czechia, and Czechia, of course, the ladies. What a great performance by Czechia again. They really hung in there. And they were definitely not the favorite, but they, they really gave it their all. Well, we found a legless Kurt Angle in one of my cousins' bed. Chewed him off. Next time we see Kurt Angle, he's in a wheelchair from his Olympic accident. Oh my, that's crazy stuff. You're convinced your cousin didn't? Yeah. Let's go Sweden. Yep. Sweden with a great performance. Good stuff. Again, Czechia, definitely a great... I mean, they looked really good. Again, hopefully I'll be able to see the bracket here. Again, I've seen brackets where this matchup, the winner of this matchup, takes on Italy and the USA. And that's kind of what it implies here as well. But I don't really want to jump to conclusions. Hopefully, again, they show us the bracket, like an actual bracket. But yeah, Sweden again winning 2-0. So congratulations again to Sweden. Czechia, of course, they're not going to be in a good spirits for a while. Again, folks, I'll be covering the USA and Italy matchup in about 2 hours. Hopefully, I'll see you there. So yeah, again, make sure to like and subscribe. Helps out the channel. Helps small channels like mine. Again, I'm more of a football guy. But I got to cover other things throughout the year. And, of course, again, I'll be doing plenty of baseball once baseball, of course, is here. But it's going to be a while. But, yeah, make sure, again, to like and subscribe before you go. Again, it is free to do so. It is completely free. Again, I'm waiting to see if they'll have a bracket. If they don't, then I will let you guys go. Game starts at 3:10 Eastern Time. This guy... Not 3:05 your time. Nope. No, sir. Another 2 hours. Again, I do want to see if they'll post the bracket. They have to get the bracket on there. There's no way they don't. You think they would. They're not even talking about nothing. These commentators stink. Let's go over the team stats for just a sec. Again, shots on goal, 29 for Czechia, 23 for Sweden. Again, 29 saves for Sweden, 21 for Czechia. Penalties and minutes, again, these gals did not like each other. They were committing penalties left and right, pushing and shoving at the end of every single chance they could get. They were getting a chance to push each other around. But yeah, 8 minutes for Czechia, 10 for Sweden. So there you go. If only I saw a bracket. That would be pretty cool. You live in the future? Nice. One day, I'm sure I will find out what the bracket is. Maybe I won't. Maybe they won't show it. Oh, the little girl of Czechia is crying. So she has a Boston Red Sox hat, so I don't know what she's... So, is she Czech or is she American? I don't know. No idea. They have the same color, so I don't know. I don't think we're going to find out. I guess I'll have to find out off camera. Sorry, guys. Would love to tell you. But, all right, well, that's going to do it for me. I will catch you guys later, again, for the USA and Italy. So, yeah, hopefully, again, I see you then. Again, in about 2 hours. Catch you later. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, and just in case I don't see you again. And, of course, again, I'll be covering stuff tomorrow. So, yeah. Peace. And goodbye.